good practice is that you have already identified some 5 centers. But then the progress center-wise should be more projected. The weakness center-wise should be more projected. And even in fact, these 5 centers by rotation should conduct the international conference. It is not an international conference in electronics. It has got to be focused, specialized international conference. And it should be true international conference. At least, it should be truly international conference, not utilizing our own international students here. Don't call it as an international conference, okay? It has got to be truly international conference, and it has got to be by rotation. We have got to have. Otherwise, the same theme could be revisited once in 3 years, okay? Not every year I should be on the same theme, right? And absolutely, mathematics is very important. Your syllabus, unfortunately, we are trying to show up in your syllabus, telling that we are covering all these things. Give more weightage on the foundations, give more weightage on the fundamentals, and make them true electronics engineer. And there is no point in just showing up that we teach these electives, those electives. You making a good electronics engineer, he will be employable anyway. Okay, he should be employable anywhere, and he has got to do. And I did not see any specific thing how many would volunteer to go for higher studies. I did not find at all. If people from electronics won't go for higher studies, then the whole research will come standstill. Okay, so, I mean, nevertheless, you want to tell that your people are incapable of doing research? Absolutely no, I don't accept that. 10% is too low. 10% is too low. Okay, 10% is very, very low. Alright, but you don't have a mechanism to understand how your alumni are performing later in the life. That is more important. See, after 2 years, after 3 years, how many have come back for PhD, how many have gone for higher studies. And these details also have got to be kept track, okay. Mathematics is very poor, okay. I know very well. I know my analysis also. I know very well mathematics is very poor, and that this it takes a lot more time. See, this all gets reflected in your average salary in the type of company. See, your people are trying to escape from the core electronics, right? See, you don't have even in the core electronics itself, the number of core placement is less than 50%, right? Which means you are also encouraging them to escape from electronics, and they are slowly getting encouraged to divert from electronics, right? Isn't it? After all, I can also teach Python, I can also teach C++. They get employed. That doesn't make any employment. They should be strong in domain. Right? So the domain strength is very poor, and naturally that gets reflected as B grade, that also gets reflected as your core market, isn't it? Right? And then your cluster should become strong. They should become strong. Okay? So the people should recognize, microwave in Vignan is very good. VLSI in Vignan is very terribly good. There has got to be a recognition. And then I wanted to know the distribution in every cluster, like how many seniors are there, how many performers are there, how many youngsters are there. Is there enough induction, equitable induction into all these clusters, isn't it? Okay. What is the attrition rate? That also I want to know. How many youngsters are leaving? What are the reasons why are they leaving? What are their aspirations? What should we do? Okay. Right. Okay. Good. Okay, so I have identified 8 speakers to know about your department. I also want you to study why attrition rate of our faculty is very high. We cannot call it as very natural process. I am not ready to agree to that point. There must be something, There must be something greater aspiration What is that? What do they want? What more stability do they require? Right? And what is that? It is not available here for them. That is because we are compelling them to do PhD. At least we are sure now they are going to stay here for 3 years because of PhD, etc. Isn't it? What is that? We have got to create that environment. We have got to create that. Right? And then the other great thing which you have got to think is the final year students should invariably become teaching assistants. Right? Final year students have to become teaching assistants. But when they become teaching assistants, whatever they do as teaching assistant should be assessed for their performance in the final year. That should become their subject. That should become, suppose they are doing an advanced elective in artificial intelligence, or if they are doing a project in object orientation, then they should guide object-oriented programming here, and that should become a part of assessment. Well, it is not money. Money is okay. In addition to that, that becomes a grade also. Right? That also should become a grade. And that is how your MTech students also. Your MTech student, they should be used as teaching assistant, but whatever they do as teaching assistant should be a course which is assessed by you for them at MTech level. We can definitely do it. That's not a big issue. But then I would just leave it at this level. You know that I was founder professor and founder chairman for computer science department. We were all university selected faculty. We were just looking after MTech and PhD programs. All our PhD scholars and industry people, of course, a lot of industry people used to be there doing that MTech by research. They were taking care of MSc and MCA. They were just taking care of MSc and MCA. Our seniors were just monitoring how they are taking care of that. So we were taking care of MTech and PhD, guiding PhD. But our department was 24/7 department. Right? So all industry people who used to come, all those who used to come, they would definitely teach the classes on Sunday and Saturday. And surely all these different classes used to have holiday by rotation. One class on Monday, one class on Tuesday, one class on Wednesday. And even my faculty also used to have holidays by rotation only. Right? I did not have thumb, I did not have signature, I was not looking into any attendance register, I was not even looking into CLs. I do, okay, go and give it to the clerk. Why should you come and tell me that you are on CL? Go and give it to the office superintendent, he will do it. Why should I bother about it? I never went for any round. All that I was doing, I used to be in the campus. I used to just stand near my window. That's all I used to do. Stand by my window. That's all I used to do. Our senior faculty never taught MCA programs and MSc programs. All our faculty taught only MTech programs and PhD coursework and PhD guides. Right? So we had a fleet of 50 full PhD candidates, and they were all teaching. ఫుల్ టైం తక్కువ ఉండదు. పార్ట్ టైం కి మీరు కండిషన్ పెట్టాలా, మీరు చెప్పాలి యూ హ్యావ్ గాట్ టు కమ్ హియర్ అండ్ టీచ్ ఆన్ సండే. Okay, you have got to come here and be here on Saturday. That's the condition. That's the coursework for them. No, కానీ వాళ్ళకి కష్టం అవుతే let them come once in 15 days and somebody timetable in charge should do the coordination of this timetabling. Friday evening they can see Hyderabad people. Hyderabad, all Hyderabad people can come Friday evening and take rest by Friday night, and Saturday morning they can definitely engage, and they can also meet their guide. We have to think. We have got to think. So we have got to decide that some BTech students by rotation should be here on Sundays.
What is your future plan to? Okay, faculty okay, but then there are no youngsters in the department. You are all elders. There are absolutely no youngsters. Absolutely, there are no new ideas. New young ideas. Okay. Because if there are no students, how can you get to new faculty? Isn't it? There are no students. Fine. Under the condition, why should you not start a multiple exit, multiple entry program? You can give an option to BSc. You can give an option for BTech, BSc Food Science at the end of third year, and then a BTech or BSc Honours, which is equivalent to BTech.
Yes,
so those who want to continue for BTech, they will continue.
Yes,
you should have a clear, syllabus for BSc exit. So the strength will definitely increase, and once he comes and sees the opportunity, he will continue for BTech. He will not leave it. He will continue for BTech. So that is one option you have got to think seriously. Okay, and that's one thing. But then you need to have some good advisors. You have got to pick up from NIFTM or pick up from some CFTRI.
So
how do you want to shape your department? Basically, high-ended research department or only a teaching department catering only to BTech level?
Okay.
Sir, we are. Yes, sir. Sir, actually, we are focusing on commercial aspects.
Just immediately identify one advisor, either from NIFTM or from IIT Guwahati.
At least from ITC, who is the expert there?
At least in what is your potential to, and you seriously think about this multi-entry, multi-exit, at least multi-exit.
Exit PSC
at BSc level, at BTech level, and then after that MSc level, and then MSc Honours level, which is MTech level. Okay, so you think of that, people will definitely stay. And I think students are afraid of joining here. One, of course, could be fees reason. Other is obviously your attrition. People are not sure whether the faculty would stay here or not. Is that the reason? Could that also be a reason? So now we are going to have only 3 PhD degree holders. Right? One is leaving, so only 2, Ishan and
Karthikeyan.
Okay. See, you are telling that BSc Food Science is, I know that BSc Food Science is happening everywhere.
Yes,
at least I know in Mysore BSc Food Science is more popular than BSc Computer Science.
True.
Whole Maharani's College, whole
JSS College, Mysore.
Food Science. Then you start MSc Food Science.
Yes.
And then convert it into MTech, subsequently,
yes,
after MSc, you make them a provision to go for MTech.
True, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Even in the private payers, what we are having, the KL University is offering BSc only.
Yeah,
even Geetam is offering BSc only. So definitely we will also work out on that plans.
And it takes more time, MSc plus MTech.
No, MSc, if it is integrated, 3 years is enough.
MSc 3 years people take?
2 years MSc. Let them have 2 years MSc.
That is the whole problem with MCA. When MCA was 3 years, nobody has taken.
No, 2 years MSc only they should design. They should design a 2 years MSc only, because there are
lot many people have already done BSc.
Right, and then you give the provision for MSc people also to join for PhD. It with me also, bring somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
My observations definitely on the doctorates. I'm not asking about the newly recruited people who have registered for doctorates, but I'm asking about the doctorates of the earlier faculty. It is going to be a very bad sign on the department, particularly with the top claims that you are trying to make. Number 1. Number 2, we have the fleet of buses and we have the good practical automobiles are happening here. How are you going to make use of this natural resource which is available in the system itself? You have not highlighted that. Number 3, your mechanical engineering has got to be strong at the more fundamental level, like diploma program. You have not even told me how you would like to support or think of even having a diploma program which would automatically lead into integrated BTech program, or BTech program automatically leading into a integrated MTech program. And these are the things which I would have expected. Number 4, how are you utilizing your PhD scholars, particularly those 20 and or 22 scholars who are outside scholars? How are you really utilizing their advantages, benefits, or whatever it is? How are you utilizing them? Number 5. Then coming over to research, if you cannot boast of telling that I have so many DRDO scientists registered for PhD here, I have so many ISRO scientists, as Dr. Lavagatega was telling, they have registered for a PhD, and what is happening? So you should make a frequent visit to GTRE Bangalore, other DRDO labs, and then how many of them are there from NAL, how many of them are from these are from laboratories, and other than laboratories, how many PhD scholars are there from HAL, how many PhD scholars are there from Maruti Udyog, how many PhD scholars are from Rahul Bajaj? At least 1, 2. So this will definitely raise the index of your institution, and that will also give you an opportunity to also learn what is happening in the industry. Plus you can also suggest a serious technology to them, and lot more things can happen. Okay, only then very good research. And mechanical is, in my opinion, is an evergreen engineering branch. But you have got to keep it evergreen by making it more towards, you should more towards automation, more towards computing, computer science and engineering, more towards electronics. These are the things which you have got to focus. But if all these things have got to be done, your department has got to be 100% PhD degree holders. Otherwise, you have the sections, you identify diploma program, let them go to maintaining that. Okay. See, in spite of this being a good department, I was expecting at least B++ assessment at least, but it is stopping at B+. Okay, it's okay. But even then, faculty information is just 1.48. Okay, that's because of non-doctoral. Faculty contribution, in spite of so much, is still 1.72. What is going wrong in these aspects, right? So what is happening is there are specific individual contribution. As a department, there has been no contribution. I mean, contribution is not very significant, right? See, IISc or IIT mechanical engineering departments, they boast because they are going to tell so many Suzuki people have been working with us. Okay, so many people have been with us, PhD scholars, okay. And then you should take the PhDs to the floor of the industry. You should not expect them to come over there. You should go, you should get involved, and then you should find out, you should be able to focus on this, and you should be able to convince the management, the higher up R&D unit of that these people should be allowed to do some research for the next 4 years, 5 years. Okay? Good. You have scope. You have plenty of scope. Okay? But think little out of box. Think out of box.
Definitely.
Alright? And you have got to also think how you can support agriculture engineering. Because agriculture engineering is entirely mechanical. You have got to think. And now robotics, drone, these are all the new ways you have got to think seriously. Okay? Okay? Alright.